The Xbox Series X is well past its announcement date, and now we get to see the juicy bits like the teardowns and unboxings. We have seen its pros and cons, but with all that, it's still unclear how the Xbox compares to the mighty gaming PC. So, with that being said, here's the official Xbox vs. PC face-off. So, specs. For this part, we will specifically be comparing the specs of the Xbox to a similarly capable PC. Obviously, we won't bother comparing the Xbox to a really high-end PC because that'd be a bloodbath. Honestly, no console will ever compare to the best PCs out there. But that being said, they do offer serious bang for your buck. The Xbox Series X has a 1TB SSD card, which is expandable if you want to go all out. But what this means is that not only will everything run quicker, but load times will be incredibly short and, in some cases, eliminated completely. And with this large SSD also comes the ability to multitask games. That's right, you can switch between games effortlessly without having to close other games, something the PC has championed for a long time. The Series X rocks an 8-core, 3.8 GHz custom Zen 2 CPU. You can tell Microsoft ain't messing around because the equivalent of that in a PC would be a Ryzen 7 3700X, which alone costs about $270. Over to the GPU, the Xbox is fitted with a custom RDNA 2 GPU capable of up to 12 teraflops and 16 GB of GDDR6 RAM. To put that into perspective, the PC alternative of this custom GPU would be the Radeon RX 5700 XT, which is still considerably slower and also lacks support for ray tracing. That alone costs about $400, so pretty much the price of the entire Xbox. So, with the specs of the Series X all in a tiny form factor, it's kinda crazy that it actually exists. Now, that is amazing, but by no means does that mean that it would be capable of 8K gaming at 60 FPS because, well, it can't handle it. And anyway, no game developer would be willing to optimize their game for 8K. It costs too much and would make the game too big. Xbox have said that they are aiming to make every single game run at 4K and 60 FPS in the very least, but 8K will only be possible for the Blu-ray player. Regardless, it's probably not even an argument worth having if we're talking Series X versus PC, because you will need to spend way over $500 if you want to build a similarly capable PC. Obviously, if you already own a PC and have most of the components, buying an extra part will probably cost less than a Series X. But to build one from scratch, I'm sorry, not a chance. In fact, to be able to make a PC capable of what the Xbox Series X is capable of, you'd look to be spending at least double what the Xbox is. Over to the games. It's a pretty obvious one here, and I'm just gonna say it. The PC beats Xbox in every aspect when it comes to games. You see, Xbox games just aren't exclusive anymore. In fact, any game that's on Xbox is always on PC. Halo too. Not only that, but on PC, they're a hell of a lot cheaper, moddable, and refundable. So, on the game front, there's really nothing going for the Xbox because PC offers all the same and has more opportunities for gamers to explore. I mean, PC is now offering some PlayStation exclusives, and Xbox obviously doesn't do that. I really don't know what more I can say, but I'm guessing Xbox are now shifting their focus to produce more affordable, pre-built PC-type consoles because that's what it feels like. Essentially, Xbox is just a worse PC for half the price and double the value. But it's good, and I think it's going to be even better in the future. It'll be certainly interesting to see. But to answer the question in short, is the Xbox Series X better than the PC? I have to say, with the price and value taken into account, yes. And that's because you won't be able to build a PC as capable as the Series X from scratch. But that doesn't mean it's outright better than PC, because PC has a lot going for it, most notably that it's pretty much time-proof. But what do you guys think? Is Xbox worth it anymore? And does it beat PC? Let us know in the comments below.